quadratic equation that's not factorable, you can use the quadratic formula.
You could just do substitution. Sub A or sub X or whatever.
Yes. So I'm not going to do one like that, but if one crops up on your skill practice and you cannot, like you're stuck, we'll do that one in class tomorrow when I'm answering questions, okay? But I want to do this other type because it's a little bit different. Let's say that you have, here's our new example. Let's say that we have sine of let's say we have sine of 2x equals a half. So we have, let's get some information. We're trying to figure out the value of the variable that makes the equation true, right? So we're really trying to figure out what x is. Now, raise your hand if you could tell me the period of the sine of 2x. Like if you were going to find the period of this, the graph of this function. Raise your hand if you could tell me what it is. Okay, pretty good. Shayla?
Is it pi?
It is pi. So it's worth making a note of. The period of this function is pi. It's a good note to make. Okay, and then also I am going to ask you to find all values again. Sometimes they may ask you just to find them in a certain range between like -2 pi and 2 pi. But we'll just go ahead and do all of them. Find all values of x. Okay. All right. So, what would we do? Yeah?
You just kind of solve it like a normal one and then divide your answer by 2.
That's basically what we do. Okay. So, we would
Or
still...
you could take the inverse and do it.
Yep.
There's a lot of
So you get 2x equals sine inverse of a half. Okay?
And then X is just sine inverse of a half over 2.
So where is one place where this happens? Okay, I'm gonna put my little sine curve over here. Okay. So where is it? 2x equals pi over 6. Now notice I didn't say x equals pi over 6. I said 2x equals pi over 6. And what's the other one, Carolyn? 2x equals 5 pi over 6. Now there's a couple ways to think about this. Now, if this was just theta, like plain old theta, we'd say, well, pi over 6 plus 2 pi n, right? So I would write that in here.
Or would we say pi?
No. But it's 2x, okay? So if it's 2x equals, if this was just theta, we'd go theta equals pi over 6 plus 2 pi n, right?
Yeah.
But it's 2x equals all this. And 2x equals 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi n. But we want the values of x.
So you just divide
Divide both sides by 2. And you get x equals pi over 6 divided by 2 is pi over 12 plus pi times n.
And then it'd be 5.
And this one would be 5 pi over 12 plus pi times n. Now, the reason, okay, and so there you go. That kind of matches with the idea that our period is pi. Okay?
Oh, because you wouldn't want to say it was pi, because it would be pi over 2 and it would become.
Yes. What's that, Carolyn?
Oh, no.
Okay. How you guys doing?
Good.
Yay! Okay, so here here's what I wanna do. I wanna have you just start working on stuff. You guys can ask me questions. Probably people are in a little bit different places, so I'll just help individuals, or if you want to put stuff up on the board, we can do that. But the rest of the period is gonna be like a work period. Yeah,